Hi everyone, and welcome to Nanny Cooks from the Ozarks. Well, this is it. This is our final farewell video. You know, I started these videos in the kitchen and I'm going to finish them in a kitchen. But today I'm not cooking. I want to give you this final video because it is a special one to me. This video I did back a couple of years ago, and it has had more views than any video that I've done. It's had over 61,000 views, and I thought it's very appropriate for the season. This video is called Caramel Corn in the Microwave, and it's a good one too. And there's also a bonus recipe of peanut brittle included in this video. Now you can see the recipe on page 94 of my cookbook, or I will also post the recipe on YouTube. But finally, I want to let you all know how much I have enjoyed doing these videos over the years. I've loved hearing from all of you, and I certainly appreciate my family and friends for all the support that they've given me, and especially to my hubby who has put up with me through these years. But now it's time to finish, and it's time to say so long. I don't like to say goodbye. I'm just going to say I'll see you later. So I ask you, as we enter this holiday season, that you remember the true meaning of Christmas, and also take time to contact family and friends and let them know that you care for them. So what I'm saying now is I love you all, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Hello everyone, and Merry Christmas, season's greetings, Happy Hanukkah, however you celebrate this season. We are Christians, and of course we celebrate the birth of Jesus during this time of year. And it's so fun to be with family and friends and enjoy each other's company, even though this year it'll probably be a little bit different with this COVID situation. But there is hope coming. So I have two recipes I want to share with you today. The first one is caramel corn. I make this caramel corn in the microwave. I've made this for years and years and years, and it's a great thing to have family night if you're watching a movie, or if you're alone, you can still enjoy a lot of it too. So we're going to make this caramel corn today. And I've changed the setup a little bit because I've got to use the stove. But I have here the basic ingredients for the caramel corn on the stove cooking. I put in here, if you can see it, a cup of brown sugar, a stick of butter. You can use margarine if you want to. 1/4 of a cup of white corn syrup. This is what it looks like. And 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Now we're just going to bring this to a boil, and we're going to boil it for 2 minutes. While we're waiting for it to boil, I want to show you the procedure here. I said we make it in a brown paper bag. This is just a brown bag you get from the grocery store. Anytime you check out now, you have to ask for paper or plastic. I always get the paper for a lot of reasons too. But you take and cut about 2 inches off of the top of this bag. That way it fits in your microwave a little better. Now before you start, you want to pop some popcorn. This calls for about a gallon. I'll give this a stir of popped popcorn. Now, you can do this a lot of ways. You can buy it. It's expensive to do that way. When back when we were going to movies, we would always get that 2 drinks and a bucket of popcorn, and then you get free refills. Well, just as we would go out the door, we get our bucket refill, bring it home, put it in a Ziploc bag with the air squeezed out of it. Now this has come to a boil. You turn this back. And see how it's boiling. I'm going to set my timer for 2 minutes. Now again, this is a cup of brown sugar, a stick of butter or margarine, 1/4 cup of corn syrup, and a 1/2 teaspoon of salt. You bring this to a boil and let it boil 2 minutes. Now make sure your pan that you use is at least 1.5 quarts. I have prepared my sack by cutting off the top, and then I have put my gallon of popcorn in the bag that's already popped, and we like nuts in ours, so I added a 1/2 cup of peanuts. Now, like I said, I had made this for years and years, but this morning when I was making a sample batch to show you all, you'll see that the next step, after the 2 minutes of boiling are up, you can see it there, is you add a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, not powder, baking soda. Well, this morning, I got it all boiled up, ready to go, and poured it in the bag, and I forgot to put my soda in it, so that didn't work so well. So, you know, we all mess up. Some of us mess up more than others. And the older I get, that's what I use as my excuse. Okay, we got about 30 seconds left here. Now we'll put this in the microwave. First, we'll pour the hot mixture, and you want to be very, very careful doing this because it is extremely hot. You pour it in your bag of popcorn, then take a heavy spoon, stir it around. Okay, my timer's just about to go off here. So I'm going to put my soda in, and you'll see how this foams up. Can you see that okay? Stir that soda again, good, because you don't want any bitterness in there. This is fun for the whole family to do, but like I said, you want to be careful about it being too hot. Now then, what I'm going to do, I don't know that you can see it. Like I said, I've got my bag here. I'm going to open it up good, and I'm going to pour this mixture into the bag. Just pour it all in there. Get every little drop of it. Then we're going to just stir this up good. Hold it onto the bag so it doesn't get away from you. Now you think, well, this didn't coat very well, but after you put it in the microwave and it heats, it will spread out and heat better. Okay, we got it stirred up. So far so good, right? Now we just take our bag, fold it in two once, fold it in two again, and I'm going to go over to the microwave, set it in the microwave. Now different microwaves have different wattages and cook differently. On mine, we're going to first cook it for 1 minute and 30 seconds. And on mine, I use power number 7. It may be different on the ones that you have, so you'll just have to kind of work with that. We're going to leave that in there 1.5 minutes, take it out, stir it again, another 1.5 minutes, and then we are finished. Then you'll have this really, really good caramel corn. So I have another recipe that I want to show you, but I have already made this up. This is peanut brittle. And this takes about 25 minutes to make, so we wouldn't have time to make it on here. This is a nice, crisp peanut brittle recipe. I think I told you last time that my mother-in-law was the queen of peanut brittle. Then after she passed, my husband's older brother, Mike, took it over, and he would make batch after batch and share it with people through the holiday season. So that's what he is known for now, is his peanut brittle. One of the things about making peanut brittle is it's best to make it in a good old black iron skillet. Now you want a skillet with at least 2.5-inch side lip, because it also uses soda, and when you put the soda in, there's our first timer going off. Okay, I'm going to take it out. Now this is a very important step. It's hot, so be careful. Grab it by the corner and shake the living daylights out of it. Do it to both ends. Then we're going to put it back in the microwave for another 1.5 minutes. And with my power, it's number 7, too. Okay, back to the peanut brittle. Black iron skillet is really good to have. If you don't have a black iron skillet, any heavy pan will do. Another important thing when you're making peanut brittle is a candy thermometer. A good candy thermometer. Now, they come in glass, or this is a metal one. I got this at an estate sale, and I just really like it too. Third thing is the type of peanuts that you use. You want to use raw peanuts. Now, used to, it would say raw peanuts on the outside of the bag, but this year when I found them, I had to search to find out for sure that they were raw, that they hadn't been cooked. And on the back of the ingredients, the only ingredients in here is raw Spanish peanuts. So that's 3 things that to start out with our peanut brittle. Now, as far as the recipe goes, let me check on this. We got 20 seconds left here. Again, it uses Karo syrup, but you use 2 cups of white sugar, a cup of corn syrup, a 1/2 cup of water, and you stir that up, put it on the stove, and you cook it to a hard crack stage. Okay, let's take this out and see what we got here. You want a big old pan ready. Turn the camera down here so you can see this. Get adjusted. Now, again, this is very hot, so you want to be careful when you open it up. Now, see how I don't know that you can see it. Maybe you can see it better if I dump it out. But that sauce that we put on it has just covered all of the caramel popcorn. And then, of course, you just throw the bag away. Now then, we're just going to kind of spread this out. Get it up here so you can see it good. Let this cool about 30 minutes. You can see our peanuts in there too. And then break it apart and put it in a sealed bag. And it keeps really well. Now the humidity does affect it a little bit. So if you can make it on a clear day, that's good. So this is caramel corn. I will have the recipe on YouTube and also a link to it on Facebook. Hope you'll try this. It's something that the whole family could enjoy, but again, it's hot, so be careful. Okay, that's the caramel corn. Now, let's go back to the peanut brittle. We have it in our heavy pot. We said we put 2 cups of sugar, a cup of corn syrup, and a 1/2 cup of water. We are going to heat that up and cook it 8 to 10 minutes or until it reaches 250 degrees. After that, we're going to add these raw peanuts, and we're going to cook it probably about another 10 minutes with the candy thermometer in there, and you want it to come up to 300 degrees, which is a hard crack. When that is finished, we are going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, 2 teaspoons of soda, and 2 tablespoons of butter. Now when you put that soda in there, it's going to froth up, but that's what makes it nice and crispy too. So that is our peanut brittle. It's a family tradition. So I hope you will try this too. Next year, we're going to, 2021, next year's going to be a good year, number one. It's going to be a really good year. We're going to try to do the chili base again. And then I have a segment that I want to talk to you about. I call it Frugal January. That's something that we do every January. And I hope you'll join us for that. And again, I hope you have a great holiday season. Bye-bye.